Season 5 of All the Queen's Men is already done filming, and nobody saw it coming. Fans were expecting long waits, casting news, or production updates, but instead, the bombshell dropped quietly. Christian Kai's himself, the creator of the series, has stepped forward to confirm what many couldn't believe. The cameras have already stopped rolling. But why was this kept under wraps? And what does it mean for the characters we've been obsessing over since day one? Even more shocking, rumors are flying that the Concierge might be leaving. Is this true, or just another twist meant to keep the audience on edge? Let's break it down. The television world thrives on anticipation, and All the Queen's Men has always been a master at building suspense. But when news broke that Season 5 had already finished filming, it felt like the rug was pulled out from under fans. Nobody expected the production to wrap so soon. Usually, shows of this scale let the hype build leaked set photos, behind-the-scenes stories, social media teases from cast members. Yet this time, there was nothing but silence, followed by Christian Kai's dropping the revelation almost casually. It left fans shocked, confused, and buzzing with questions. Why did the production move so quietly? One theory is strategy. The entertainment industry has become increasingly unpredictable, with shows facing constant delays, strikes, and last-minute cancellations. By filming Season 5 quickly and wrapping it before the news could spread, the creators ensured that fans would never face the heartbreak of unfinished storylines. Christian Kai's may have played it smart, protecting his story and his characters from the chaos that often derails popular series. Another theory is secrecy. Maybe the plot of Season 5 is so full of shocking twists that keeping the filming hidden was the only way to stop spoilers from leaking. Christian Kai's himself hinted at this when he explained the decision. He suggested that fans aren't ready for what's coming, and the less that leaks out, the bigger the impact when the season drops. This is the kind of calculated move that turns a show into more than just entertainment. It makes it a cultural event. Fans don't just watch All the Queen's Men. They dissect it, theorize about it, and argue passionately online about every storyline. Wrapping production in secret only fuels the frenzy, leaving audiences hungry for answers. At the same time, the move signals confidence. If Kai's and his team already have a completed season ready to go, it means they're not scrambling behind the scenes. The story is locked, the cast is committed, and the vision is intact. For fans, that should be reassuring. It shows that the series isn't slowing down, it's charging forward, ready to deliver another season of high-stakes drama, betrayal, and unforgettable characters. But of course, this revelation also leads directly to the biggest, most emotional question on everyone's mind. What about the Concierge? When Christian Kai's finally spoke about Season 5, the way he delivered the news was almost as dramatic as one of his scripts. He didn't reveal it in a flashy press release or a carefully staged interview. Instead, his words came with a tone of quiet confidence, as if he had been carrying this secret for a long time and was finally ready to let it out. For fans, it was both shocking and thrilling. Season 5 wasn't just in the planning stage, it was already done. The cast had finished their scenes, the crew had wrapped the sets, and the story had been locked away, waiting for the right moment to explode onto screens. It was a revelation that spoke volumes about how Kai's views his audience, his characters, and the art of keeping people guessing. Kai's explained that part of the reason for this secretive approach was to protect the integrity of the story. In today's world, spoilers spread faster than wildfire. A single leaked photo, a whispered rumor, or an out-of-context video clip can ruin months of careful planning. Kai's, who has built his reputation on crafting sharp, unpredictable plots, wasn't willing to risk that. He wanted fans to experience every twist and turn in real time, with the same level of shock and excitement he felt while writing it. To him, the emotional impact of a story depends on surprise, and surprise only works if the audience is caught completely off guard. That is why secrecy wasn't just a strategy, it was part of the storytelling itself. But his explanation went deeper than just protecting the plot. Kai's also touched on the importance of consistency. Over the years, Fans have grown attached to the world of All the Queen's Men not only because of the wild storylines, but because of how polished and intentional it feels. Every season arrives with a rhythm, a pace, and a sense that the people behind the scenes know exactly where they're headed. By filming Season 5 ahead of the public timeline, Kais made sure there would be no delays, no excuses, and no half-finished arcs. It was his way of showing fans that their loyalty and patience wouldn't go unrewarded. He wasn't just thinking about ratings. He was thinking about trust. What stood out most, though, was the way he spoke about his characters. For Kais, the men and women of this show aren't just fictional creations, they're living, breathing forces that demand respect. He explained that some of the storylines in Season 5 are so bold, so daring, that they needed to be handled with extra care. These are arcs that will test relationships, break alliances, and possibly change the entire balance of power in the Queen's empire. Filming them in secret meant that the actors could give everything they had without worrying about outside noise, fan speculation, or pressure from constant public attention. It created a safe space for the characters to evolve in unexpected ways. And then, of course, came the question that has been burning in every fan's mind, the future of the Concierge. When pressed about this, Kais played coy, giving just enough to spark debate without confirming anything. He hinted that certain characters would face life-changing choices and that not everyone would make it through the season unscathed. His words were deliberate, almost teasing, as if he wanted to watch the fan theories multiply. By refusing to give a straight answer, he turned the mystery of the Concierge into one of the biggest talking points of the upcoming season. Was this a clue that the character's journey was ending, or was it simply a master storyteller throwing his audience off the trail? Nobody could say for sure. This style of explanation shows just how much Kais understands his audience. He knows that fans don't just want answers, they want the thrill of the chase. They want to argue on social media, break down every interview, and connect dots that may or may not even exist. By feeding them just enough information while holding back the big truths, he ensures that the buzz around All the Queen's Men never dies down. Even in silence, the show keeps making noise. Kai's words also revealed something about his own journey. As a creator, he has fought to keep control of his vision, often pushing back against the norms of the industry. In many ways, the decision to film quietly reflects his independence and determination. He doesn't follow trends. He sets them. And by setting his own rules, he creates a show that feels authentic, daring, and fearless. Season 5 being done before anyone expected is just another example of his boldness. In the end, Christian Kai's explanation was more than just a statement about a completed season. It was a declaration of intent. He reminded fans that he is always 2 steps ahead, that the world of All the Queen's Men will never be predictable, and that every decision he makes is meant to heighten the drama. The secrecy, the hints, the mystery surrounding the Concierge, it all ties back to his vision of storytelling as an experience that should shake the audience to its core. And if Season 5 is as powerful as his words suggest, fans aren't just in for another season of television. They're in for a storm. The heart of every great drama isn't just the storylines, it's the characters who breathe life into them. In All the Queen's Men, no character has stirred more fascination, speculation, and pure fan obsession than the Concierge. From the moment he stepped into the Queen's empire, he wasn't just a background figure, he was a force. Smooth, mysterious, and always 1 step ahead, the Concierge became more than a role. He became a symbol of control in a world where power is currency. But now, whispers are spreading like wildfire. Is the Concierge leaving? Could this central figure actually disappear from the very world he helped shape? The rumor didn't come out of nowhere. Fans have been piecing together breadcrumbs since the closing episodes of Season 4. The Concierge storyline seemed to tilt toward a crossroads, with choices that looked bigger than the usual deals and betrayals. His loyalty was questioned, his alliances were tested, and there was a sense of finality in his presence that didn't go unnoticed. Many viewers felt that the show was setting him up for either an exit or a reinvention, and neither option is small. The question is, which path will it be? On one hand, the speculation makes sense. Actors sometimes step away from hit shows due to other commitments, personal projects, or creative differences. Fans have pointed out that the actor behind the Concierge has been tied to other projects, sparking theories that his time in the Queen's empire could be coming to an end. Entertainment history is full of beloved characters leaving at the height of their influence, and if that's the case here, it would certainly fit the dramatic DNA of all the Queen's men. A sudden departure would create shockwaves, forcing other characters to scramble, filling the vacuum of power he leaves behind. But there's another possibility, and this one might be even more intriguing. What if the rumors are a carefully designed smokescreen? Christian Kai's is no stranger to misdirection. By letting whispers about the Concierge swirl, he could be setting the stage for the character's biggest storyline yet. Instead of leaving, the Concierge might evolve. He could rise to an even higher level of influence, or plunge into an even darker, riskier game. Fans imagining his exit might be blindsided when he ends up at the very center of the storm in Season 5. After all, the Concierge has always thrived on being underestimated, on operating in the shadows until it's too late to stop him. There's also the emotional weight to consider. The Concierge is not just another player in the Queen's world. He is tied to the larger themes of loyalty, betrayal, and survival. Removing him would not only affect the Queen, but would ripple across every corner of the Empire. His departure would force characters to step into roles they may not be ready for. It would test relationships and perhaps even reshape the very structure of the series. That's why the rumor feels both terrifying and thrilling. It suggests change at a level fans aren't sure they're ready to handle. Kais himself has fueled this tension by refusing to give straight answers. When asked directly about the Concierge, he has only offered cryptic hints, phrases like life-changing choices and not everyone will survive. These teases are designed to keep fans talking, and they work. Online discussions are filled with debates. Some are convinced the Concierge's time is over, while others argue that his absence would leave a hole too large to fill. The beauty of this uncertainty is that both sides could be right. What makes the rumor so gripping is that it taps into a truth every fan knows deep down. In all the Queen's men, nobody is safe. The show thrives on high stakes, and no character, no matter how beloved, is untouchable. If the Concierge leaves, it would hurt, but it would also make sense in a world where survival is never guaranteed. If he stays, it means his story isn't finished, and something even bigger is on the horizon. Either way, the audience is bracing themselves for a game-changing twist, and perhaps that's exactly the point. The Concierge rumor keeps the fandom alive in the months between seasons. It keeps the discussions hot, the theories wild, and the anticipation unbearable. Whether the Concierge departs in a blaze of glory or digs his roots even deeper, the uncertainty ensures that fans will be glued to the screen the moment Season 5 drops. Because in the end, the Concierge isn't just a character, he's a question. And the answer, whichever way it falls, could redefine the future of the Queen's empire. When a show like All the Queen's Men moves into its 5th season, it has two choices: play it safe and ride on what has worked before, or take bigger risks and push the story into uncharted territory. From everything Christian Kais has hinted at, Season 5 will not be business as usual. It's being positioned as a turning point, a season that not only continues the chaos and glamour we've come to expect, but also deepens the stakes in ways that could leave fans stunned. If the early signs are any indication, this season might redefine the entire series. One of the clearest expectations is escalation. Each season so far has expanded the Queen's empire, both in terms of her influence and her enemies. Season 5 is set to raise the bar higher than ever. The rivalries won't just be about money or territory anymore. They will be personal, brutal, and impossible to ignore. Expect betrayals that cut deeper, alliances that seem impossible, and conflicts that threaten to tear the entire empire apart. The Queen has always been a master at control, but this time, The question isn't just whether she can keep her power, it's whether she can survive with her empire intact. Another area to watch is the shifting roles of the supporting characters. Season 4 planted seeds for major changes, with key figures being tested in new ways. In Season 5, those seeds are ready to bloom. Characters who once played quiet, background roles may step forward into positions of influence, forced to make choices that could alter the balance of power. Others who seemed unshakable might find themselves facing challenges they never anticipated. Christian Kais has always excelled at giving every character a moment to shine, and Season 5 will likely showcase these arcs in dramatic fashion. The result is a more unpredictable, layered story where no one feels safe and everyone has something to lose. The Concierge rumor also feeds directly into fan expectations. If he leaves, Season 5 could serve as a farewell tour for one of the most enigmatic characters in the series, with emotional moments that test loyalty and reveal new truths. If he stays, fans can expect him to take on an even more dangerous role, pulling strings behind the scenes in ways that nobody sees coming. Either way, his presence or absence will shape the tone of the season. This uncertainty is part of what makes Season 5 feel so electric. It isn't just another chapter. It's a gamble with the very foundation of the story. Beyond the characters, fans should also prepare for a shift in the atmosphere of the show. Earlier seasons balanced glitz and glamour with tension and danger, but Season 5 seems poised to dive deeper into the darker side of ambition. Expect storylines that test morality, blur lines between loyalty and betrayal, and force characters to choose between survival and sacrifice. The Queen's world has always been ruthless, but this season may reveal just how fragile it truly is when enemies are closing in from every direction. Another expectation lies in the pacing. With Season 5 already filmed in secret, there's a strong chance that the storytelling will feel tighter and more intentional. There's no sense of rushing or patching things together at the last minute. Instead, fans can expect a season crafted with precision, where every scene matters and every moment leads to something bigger. That kind of focus can elevate a series, turning it from a great show into an unforgettable one. And finally, the biggest expectation is surprise. If there's one thing Christian Kais has made clear, it's that fans shouldn't think they have this story figured out. He has promised twists that will leave viewers reeling, and if the secrecy around filming is any clue, those twists are likely to be seismic. Characters we thought were safe may fall, relationships we thought were solid may shatter, and victories may come at costs that are too heavy to bear. For fans, this is both thrilling and terrifying. It means that every episode could bring a revelation. Every scene could shift the future, and nothing will remain the same. In short, Season 5 isn't just promising more of what fans already love, it's promising change, risk, and shock at every turn. The Queen's empire is about to be tested like never before, and whether it crumbles or thrives, the ride will be unforgettable. For those who have been following the journey since the beginning, this season could very well be the most explosive one yet.